God is begging you. If you ignore this final warning, your breakthrough will be given to someone else. It is very urgent. Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is not small, and it is not something you can delay. I am speaking to you now because time around your blessing is moving, and your response in this moment matters more than you realize. If you scroll past this, or treat it lightly, you risk missing something that was prepared with your name on it. Stay here, because what I am revealing is about your breakthrough, your answered prayer, and a door that is not going to remain open forever. Type Amen if you believe. I am not speaking in riddles, and I am not trying to confuse you. I am telling you clearly that there is something assigned to you, something you have prayed for, cried over, and waited on through long nights and silent battles. But your breakthrough is not only about waiting, it is about alignment, obedience, and attention. When you ignore my voice, when you delay what I have asked of you, you step out of position, and what was meant for you can be handed to another who is ready. This is not punishment. It is the reality of missed moments and unattended calls. You have felt it before, that quiet nudge in your spirit that told you to move, to stop, to speak, or to let go. That was me. And now I am speaking louder because you are standing at a critical point where your next decision will either open the door or close it. Do not think you have endless time, because some opportunities are tied to moments, and once those moments pass, they do not return in the same way. Before you go any further, I ask you to like this video, because someone else who is struggling right now needs to hear this truth before it is too late. You may be wondering why I would allow a breakthrough to pass to someone else, and the answer is simple and just. I do not force what you are unwilling to receive. I do not push blessings into hands that remain closed. When I call, I expect a response, not perfection, but willingness. If another heart is open while yours is distracted, that heart will receive what you were too busy to notice. Type yes to affirm. I see everything you have been through, and I have not ignored your pain. I have seen the tears you tried to hide, the disappointment you carried silently, and the moments when you almost gave up. I have been preparing something for you even when you thought nothing was happening. But preparation requires participation, and now I am asking you to rise, to listen, and to act without hesitation. There is a shift happening around you, even if you cannot see it yet. Doors are being positioned, people are being aligned, and circumstances are beginning to move in your favor. But if you remain passive, if you continue to doubt, hesitate, or ignore my direction, you will watch what was meant for you land in someone else's hands. This is why I am speaking with urgency, because I do not want you to miss what I have already approved for your life. You are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. You are chosen, but being chosen does not mean you can stay still when I say move. It does not mean you can ignore conviction, delay obedience, or silence your faith when I ask you to trust. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, but it is also more sensitive than you realize, and it responds to your faith in action. Right now, I am asking you to pay attention to what you have been avoiding. There is something I have already told you to do, and you keep pushing it aside, hoping for a different instruction. But I do not change my direction to match your comfort. I lead you into what will transform you, even if it feels unfamiliar or challenging at first. Do not let fear convince you to wait. Fear will always tell you there is more time, that you can act later, that it is safer to stay where you are. But fear is not from me. I give clarity, direction, and peace that moves you forward, not chains that keep you stuck. If you listen to fear, you will miss the moment that was designed to change everything for you. I am calling you out of hesitation and into action. I am asking you to trust me beyond what you can see and beyond what you feel. Your feelings have been shaped by past disappointments, but your future is not defined by your past. What I have for you is new, and it requires a new level of trust and obedience. There are people around you who are ready, who are listening, who are responding. If you continue to delay, they will step into spaces that were prepared with your name in mind. This is not to scare you, but to awaken you. I want you to understand the value of this moment and the importance of your response. Do not think you are unworthy of this breakthrough. That lie has kept you small for too long. I have already qualified you, already chosen you, already made a way for you. But you must walk in it. You must believe that what I have spoken over you is true, even when your circumstances try to tell you otherwise. This is your moment to respond differently. This is your moment to stop ignoring the quiet voice inside you that has been guiding you all along. This is your moment to say yes without conditions, to move without delay, and to trust without fear. I am not asking you for perfection. I am asking you for obedience. If you listen now, if you act now, you will step into something that will change the direction of your life. But if you continue to ignore this call, if you treat this as just another passing word, you will feel the weight of a missed opportunity, and I do not want that for you. There is something I have placed in front of you that you keep walking past. It does not look as grand as you expected, and it does not feel as easy as you hoped. But what I have prepared for you is not always wrapped in comfort, it is wrapped in purpose. If you keep waiting for it to feel perfect, you will miss it entirely. Type 222 if you trust God. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150 million year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I need you to understand this clearly, because confusion has been clouding your judgment. The breakthrough you are waiting for is not coming from a random place. It is connected to the very thing you have been avoiding. You have asked me for change, for growth, for a new season. Yet when I guide you toward it, you hesitate. That hesitation is the only thing standing between you and what you have been praying for. You are not lacking ability, and you are not lacking favor. What you are struggling with is obedience in the moment. It is easier to dream about blessings than it is to step into the process that leads to them. But I am calling you into that process now, because that is where your transformation begins. There is a reason this feels urgent in your spirit. It is because timing is part of my design. I move in ways that align people, places, and opportunities together at the right moment. When you delay, you step out of that alignment, and things begin to shift around you. What was once meant to meet you can pass by you if you are not in position. I do not want you to carry regret. I do not want you to look back and realize that you were closer than you thought, but chose not to act. That is why I am speaking to you again, pressing this truth into your heart. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten, but you are being called to move. There are doors that have already been unlocked for you. You have been asking me to open them, but they are already open. The real question is whether you are willing to walk through them. Fear has been whispering to you, telling you that you are not ready, that you might fail, that you should wait for a better moment. But I am telling you now There is no better moment than this one. Waiting will not make you more prepared if you are ignoring my direction. Preparation comes through obedience, not delay. Each step you take in faith will build the strength you think you are lacking. Type 777 to receive blessings. You have been measuring yourself against your past mistakes, and that has been holding you back. You think because you failed before, you will fail again. But you are not the same person you were then. I have been shaping you, teaching you, and strengthening you in ways you do not even fully see yet. This is not about perfection. It is about willingness. When you say yes to me, I begin to work through you in ways that go beyond your natural ability. I make a way where there seems to be none. I connect things that you could never connect on your own. You must stop waiting for certainty before you move. Faith does not come with full visibility. Faith is trusting me even when you cannot see the outcome. If you wait until everything makes sense, you will remain where you are. I know the fear that sits quietly in your thoughts. I know the doubts that come when you try to step forward. But those thoughts are not your truth. They are distractions meant to keep you from stepping into what I have already prepared. You are closer than you think. That is why the resistance feels stronger right now. When you are far from your breakthrough, the enemy does not fight as hard. But when you are near, everything tries to pull you back. Do not let that discourage you. Let it confirm that you are on the edge of something important. I am asking you to shift your focus. Stop looking at what could go wrong and start trusting what I have said will go right. Your future is not built on fear, it is built on faith. And faith requires action, even when it feels uncomfortable. There are people who are ready to step into what you are hesitating to claim. They are not more special than you, and they are not more chosen than you. They are simply responding, and response is what activates what I have placed before you. You have been given signs, confirmations, and moments of clarity. You have felt my presence guiding you, urging you forward. Those were not coincidences. Those were invitations. And now I am asking you, will you accept them or continue to turn away? This is not a time to stay silent in your spirit. This is a time to declare your trust, to rise above your doubts, and to move with intention. You cannot stay where you are and expect things to change. Movement is required, and that movement begins with your decision. You are not alone in this. I am with you in every step you take. When you feel uncertain, I am your guidance. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel afraid, I am your peace. But you must take the step so that you can experience what I am ready to do in your life. Do not underestimate what is at stake. This is not just about one moment, it is about the direction of your life. One decision can shift everything. One act of obedience can open doors you never imagined. I am not trying to pressure you. I am trying to wake you up. There is a difference. Pressure comes from fear, but my voice comes from love. I want you to walk into your breakthrough, not watch it pass you by. You have been waiting for a sign, and this is it. You have been asking for clarity, and this is it. Now, the question is not whether I have spoken. The question is whether you will listen. Take a moment right now and be honest with yourself. What is it that you know you need to do? What is it that you have been putting off? That is where your next step lies. That is where your breakthrough begins. I am calling you to trust me fully. Not partially, not when it is convenient, but completely. When you trust me completely, you stop negotiating with fear. You stop delaying what needs to be done. You step forward, even when it feels uncertain. Your story is not over. Your breakthrough is not lost, but it is waiting for your response, and your response must come now. There is something powerful about this moment that you must not overlook. You are not here by accident, and you are not hearing this by chance. I have aligned this moment with your need for clarity, because you were beginning to drift. You were starting to accept less than what I promised, and I will not allow you to settle when I have already prepared more. Type 1111 if you walk by faith. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You have been standing at the edge of change, looking at it, thinking about it, but not stepping into it. That space between knowing and doing is where many lose their breakthrough. They convince themselves that thinking about it is enough, that planning is the same as acting, but it is not. Action is what activates what I have already set in motion for you. I see how you wrestle with uncertainty. I see how you question whether you heard me correctly. But if you keep waiting for complete confirmation in every detail, you will stay frozen. I give direction, not always full explanation, because I want you to trust me, not just the outcome. There are things in your life right now that are no longer meant to go with you. You feel it, even if you have not fully admitted it yet. Certain habits, certain relationships, certain patterns have been holding you back. Letting go is not loss, it is preparation for what is coming. You have been asking me for a breakthrough, but you cannot carry old weight into a new season. If I allow you to keep everything unchanged, you will not be able to handle what I am bringing into your life. That is why I have been nudging you to release what no longer serves your purpose. Type 1010 to claim miracles. Do not ignore the discomfort you feel when you stay in places that no longer fit you. That discomfort is not meant to harm you, it is meant to guide you. It is my way of showing you that you have outgrown something, that it is time to move forward. If you keep choosing comfort over growth, you will delay what I have already prepared. You are not meant to stay where you are meant to grow, to expand, to step into something greater. But growth requires movement, and movement requires courage. I know courage does not always come easily to you, but you do not have to find it alone. I am your courage when you choose to trust me. There is a blessing attached to your obedience that you have not yet experienced. It is not just about receiving something, it is about becoming someone. When you obey me, you step into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your purpose. That transformation is part of your breakthrough. You have been focusing so much on what you want to receive that you have overlooked who you are becoming. But who you become will determine how you handle what you receive. I am shaping you so that when your breakthrough arrives, you are ready to carry it without losing it. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. But you are being called to respond now, not later. Later has been your comfort zone, but later is also where many opportunities fade. I am pulling you out of that pattern and into a new way of living. You must begin to trust the small instructions I give you. Not everything will be a grand moment or a dramatic sign. Sometimes it is a quiet direction, a simple step, a small act of obedience. But those small steps build the path to your breakthrough. Do not underestimate what seems small. Many miss their blessings because they are looking for something bigger, something more obvious. But I often begin with what seems small to test your willingness and your faith. If you are faithful in the small, I will trust you with more. There is something you have been delaying that you know is right. You have told yourself you will do it when you feel ready, when the timing feels better, when you have more confidence. But readiness is not a feeling, it is a decision. And your decision must come now. You are not alone in your hesitation. Many before you have stood where you are standing. Some chose to move forward, and their lives were changed. Others chose to stay still, and they watched their opportunities pass. I do not want you to carry the regret of knowing you could have acted but did not. I am speaking directly to your heart, because that is where truth lives. Your mind may try to argue, to question, to create doubt, but your heart knows what I am saying is real. Do not silence that knowing. Let it guide you into your next step. There is a door in front of you that requires your action to open fully. I have already unlocked it, but you must push it open. If you stand there, waiting for it to open on its own, you will remain outside. Your participation is necessary. You have been waiting for me to do everything, but I created you to move, to act, to respond. When you partner with me, that is when things begin to shift in powerful ways. I will do what you cannot do, but you must do what you can. This is your moment to step out of hesitation and into faith. This is your moment to stop questioning every step and start trusting my direction. You do not need to see the entire path. You only need to take the next step. I am not asking you to be fearless. I am asking you to move despite your fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is choosing to act in the presence of it. When you take that step, you will realize that fear does not have the power you thought it did. You are being called into something greater than where you are now. Do not shrink back. Do not retreat into what feels safe but unfulfilling. Step forward into what I have prepared for you, even if it feels unfamiliar. I am with you in this moment. I am guiding you, strengthening you, and calling you forward. Your breakthrough is not out of reach, but it is waiting for your response. You have asked me many times why things have not changed yet. You have wondered why doors seemed closed, why progress felt slow, and why answers felt distant. But I tell you the truth now with clarity. It is not because I was absent. It is because you were not fully aligned. I was speaking, guiding, opening ways, but you were hesitating at the very points where movement was required. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. Do not take this as condemnation, because I am not here to condemn you. I am here to awaken you. There is still time, but it is not endless. What you do with this moment will either redeem the time you feel you have lost or extend the delay even further. You must understand something deeply. Your breakthrough is not just waiting somewhere far ahead. It has been circling around your obedience. It has been waiting for your agreement with what I have already spoken. When you resist, you delay it. When you align, you activate it. There have been moments when you knew exactly what to do, but you chose to wait. You told yourself you needed more clarity, more strength, or better timing. But those were not requirements from me. They were conditions you created. I do not ask for perfect conditions, I ask for willing hearts. Type Amen if you receive this. Look at your life honestly right now. There are areas where you feel stuck, and those areas are directly connected to places where you have not responded. I am not hiding your breakthrough from you. I am waiting for you to step into it. There is a difference between waiting on me and avoiding what I have already told you. Waiting on me is active. It is filled with trust and preparation. Avoidance is passive. It is filled with fear and delay. You must be honest about which one you have been living in. You have been given enough to take your next step. You may not have everything, but you have enough. I do not give the full picture because I want you to walk with me, not ahead of me. Each step you take reveals the next one, but you must take that first step. I see your heart, and I know you want change. I know you desire something better, something more fulfilling, something aligned with your purpose. But desire alone will not move you forward. Action must follow desire. There are people who have already started moving in the direction you were called to go. They did not have more certainty than you. They simply chose to act. And because they acted, they are beginning to see results. This is not about comparison. It is about realization. If you continue to stay where you are, you will watch others step into spaces that were also available to you. That feeling of watching from the outside will be heavier than the fear you feel right now. That is why I am urging you to move before regret takes root. You are not meant to be a spectator in your own life. You are meant to participate in what I am doing through you. When you hold back, you limit your own experience of what is possible. I have not created you to live a limited life. There is something I have placed inside you that is meant to be expressed. It is not meant to stay hidden or unused. When you ignore my call, you also ignore the gifts I have given you. And those gifts are part of your breakthrough. Do not wait for confidence to appear before you act. Confidence grows through action. The more you move, the more you will see that I am with you. The more you trust, the more clarity you will gain. You have been asking for a sign that this is real. This moment is your sign. This feeling in your heart is your confirmation. I am not distant from you. I am speaking directly into your situation right now. There is a reason this feels personal. It is because I am speaking to you personally. This is not a general call, it is a specific invitation. I am calling you by your situation, by your struggle, by your desire for change. You must decide what you will do with this invitation. You can accept it and move forward, or you can ignore it and remain where you are. But know this, remaining where you are will not bring the change you are hoping for. I am not asking you to figure everything out. I am asking you to trust me enough to begin. The path will become clearer as you walk it, but it will remain unclear if you stay still. There are things I am ready to release into your life that you have not yet experienced. Not because they are not available, but because you have not stepped into the place where they can reach you. Position matters, and your position is determined by your response. You are closer than you think, but closeness alone does not guarantee arrival. Movement is required, and that movement begins with a decision that you must make now. Do not let this moment become another memory of something you almost did. Do not let this be another time when you felt the call but chose comfort instead. Let this be the moment when you finally respond. I am with you, and I am not leaving you to do this alone. But I will not walk the path for you. I will walk it with you. That is the partnership I offer you. There is something within you that already knows this is true. You feel it in the quiet spaces when everything else fades away. You feel it when your thoughts slow down and your heart begins to speak louder than your fear. That knowing is not random. It is my voice, gently but firmly, reminding you that you are being called into something greater. Type, 5, 5, 5, if you feel God's presence. You have spent too much time convincing yourself that you can come back to this later. You have told yourself that there will be another chance, another moment, another opportunity that feels easier or clearer. But I am telling you now, not every moment repeats itself. Some moments are appointed, and when they pass, they do not return in the same way. This is one of those moments. This is not about panic. It is about awareness. I want you to see the value of what is happening right now. I want you to understand that your breakthrough is not distant, it is near, but it is also sensitive to your response. You have been given chances before, and you know that. There were times when you felt this same urgency, this same pull, this same quiet voice asking you to act, and yet you delayed, you waited, you let the moment pass. And afterward, you felt it. That sense that something slipped away. Type 333 if you are ready to move forward. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I do not bring this up to remind you of failure, but to show you a pattern, and patterns can be broken. This is your opportunity to respond differently, to choose action instead of delay, to choose faith instead of fear. You are not trapped in your past responses, you are being invited into a new one. There is a reason you feel both excitement and fear at the same time. Excitement comes from the truth of what is possible. Fear comes from the uncertainty of stepping into something new. But you must not let fear silence the excitement, because that excitement is pointing you toward your breakthrough. You are not unprepared for what I am calling you into. You have been prepared in ways you do not even recognize yet. Every challenge you faced, every lesson you learned, every moment you thought was just struggle, was actually shaping you. I have been building you for this moment. You must begin to trust that what is inside you is enough to take the next step. You do not need everything figured out. You do not need every answer before you begin. You need willingness, and you need trust. There is something important you must understand about your breakthrough. It is not just about receiving something new. It is about stepping into alignment with who you are meant to be. When you align with that, things begin to flow in ways that feel natural and powerful at the same time. But alignment requires honesty. You must be honest about where you are resisting. You must be honest about what you are avoiding. You must be honest about the excuses you have been holding on to. Because as long as you hide behind them, you will not move forward. I am not asking you to expose your weaknesses to the world. I am asking you to acknowledge them before me, so I can help you move through them. When you bring them into the light, they lose their power over you. You have been trying to protect yourself from disappointment, and that has caused you to hesitate. You think if you do not fully step in, you cannot fully fail. But that thinking is keeping you from fully living. Protection without faith becomes limitation. I am calling you out of limitation and into possibility. Not imagined possibility, but real, tangible, life-changing possibility. The kind that shifts your path, your mindset, your future. But you must step into it. There are things waiting for you that you have not yet seen. Opportunities, connections, growth, and breakthroughs that are already set in motion. But they are not designed to chase you. They are designed to meet you as you move forward. If you stay still, you will not meet them. If you delay, you will not connect with them. Movement is what brings alignment, And alignment is what brings manifestation. You have been praying for change, but prayer must be followed by action. I hear every prayer you speak, and I respond. But my response often comes as direction. If you ignore the direction, you miss the answer. You must begin to see obedience as part of your blessing, not a burden. When you obey, you are not losing anything, you are stepping into what has already been prepared. Obedience is the bridge between your prayer and your breakthrough. You are not being asked to do something meaningless. What you are being called to do matters. It matters for your life, for your growth, for your future, and it matters in ways that will reach beyond you. There are people who will be impacted by your obedience, even if you do not see them yet. Your breakthrough is not only about you, it is also about what flows through you to others. When you step into what I have for you, you open doors for more than just yourself. That is why this moment is so important. It is not small, it is not temporary, it is significant, and your response carries weight. Do not let your past define your present decision. You are not the same person who hesitated before. You have grown, even if you do not fully see it, and now you have the opportunity to prove that growth through your action. I am not asking you to be fearless. I am asking you to trust me more than you trust your fear. When you do that, you will find the strength to move forward, even when your feelings are uncertain. You must choose now. Not later, not when it feels easier, but now. Because now is where your power lies. Now is where your decision can change everything. Take the step. Say yes. Move forward. Do not look back at what you are leaving behind. Focus on where you are going and who you are becoming. There is a quiet battle happening within you, one that others cannot see. On one side, there is your desire to move forward, to finally step into what you have been called to do. On the other side, there is your fear, your hesitation, your need for certainty. This battle is not new, but the outcome of it in this moment will shape what comes next in your life. Type 444 if you are listening with your heart. You must understand that your hesitation is not protecting you, it is delaying you. It may feel safer to wait, to hold back, to stay where things are familiar, but safety without growth becomes a cage. And I did not create you to live in a cage. You were created to move, to grow, to step into purpose. That is why you feel restless when you stay still for too long. That restlessness is not a flaw, it is a signal. It is my way of reminding you that you are meant for more than where you are now. There is something you have been avoiding because it requires a level of commitment you have not fully given yet. You have thought about it, you have even planned parts of it, but you have not stepped into it completely. That partial response is keeping you from a full breakthrough. Type 666 if you are ready to let go of fear. You cannot step into a new season with half-hearted obedience. You cannot expect full results from partial effort. What I am calling you into requires your whole heart, your full trust, your complete willingness. Anything less will keep you standing at the edge instead of walking through the door. I know you have reasons for your hesitation. I know you have experienced disappointment before. I know you have taken steps in the past that did not lead where you hoped. But those experiences were not meant to stop you. They were meant to teach you. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks, but this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You have learned things through your past that are now preparing you for this moment. You are not stepping forward as the same person you were before. You are stepping forward with more awareness, more strength, and more understanding than you realize. But if you let your past define your present, you will miss your future. You must separate who you were from who you are becoming. I am not calling you based on your past failures. I am calling you based on your present potential. There is something powerful waiting on the other side of your obedience. It is not just about achieving something, it is about becoming someone new. When you step into what I have for you, you begin to see yourself differently. You begin to walk with a confidence that is rooted in trust, not circumstance. You have been asking me for confirmation, for signs, for reassurance, and I have given you those in many ways. But there comes a point where you must move beyond confirmation and into action. Too much waiting for confirmation can become another form of delay. You already have enough to begin. You may not feel like it, but you do. You have the idea, the nudge, the direction, the awareness. That is enough for your next step. You do not need the entire path to be visible. I am not asking you to run ahead. I am asking you to step forward. There is a difference. Running ahead can lead to confusion, but stepping forward in alignment leads to clarity. Take the step that is in front of you and trust that I will guide you to the next one. You have been trying to control the outcome, and that has been part of your hesitation. You want to know how everything will unfold before you commit. But control is not the same as trust. When you try to control everything, you limit what I can do. Trust requires release. It requires you to let go of the need to know every detail. It requires you to believe that I am working even when you cannot see it. When you release control, you make space for my power to move in your life. There is a shift happening within you right now. You can feel it if you pay attention. Something is changing in the way you think, in the way you see your situation, in the way you feel about your next step. That shift is important. Do not ignore it. This is the moment where you decide whether that shift becomes action or fades back into hesitation. You have experienced moments like this before, where you felt ready for a short time but then returned to old patterns. Do not let that happen again. You are capable of responding differently. You are capable of choosing faith over fear. You are capable of stepping forward even when it feels uncertain. The ability is already within you because I placed it there. Do not wait for the perfect feeling. The perfect feeling may never come, but the right decision can still be made even when your emotions are mixed. What matters is your choice, not your comfort. There are things that will only become clear once you move. There are answers that will only appear once you act. If you stay where you are, you will continue to feel stuck and confused. Movement brings clarity. You are not alone in this moment. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, encouraging you, but I will not force you. Your choice must come from your own willingness. This is your opportunity to break the cycle of delay. This is your chance to respond in a way that changes your path. Do not let it slip away. You have been moving through life with noise all around you, filling your time, your thoughts, and your energy with things that keep you from facing what I have been asking of you. But now, I am pulling you into clarity. I am removing the layers that have kept you comfortable but stagnant. What remains is the truth you have been avoiding and the decision you must now make. Type 888 if you feel this moment deeply. You cannot pretend you do not understand anymore. You cannot tell yourself that you are still waiting for clarity. You have clarity now. It may not be everything you wanted, but it is everything you need to take your next step. What you do with this clarity will determine how your story unfolds from here. There is a weight to this moment because it is real. It is not something imagined or exaggerated. You are standing at a point where your breakthrough is not just possible, it is within reach. But reach requires movement. It requires intention. It requires you to step beyond what has been familiar. Type 111 if you are ready to receive. You have been holding on to things that are no longer aligned with where you are going, not because you need them, but because they feel familiar. Familiarity can feel like safety, even when it is limiting you. But what is familiar is not always what is right for your future. I am asking you now to release what you already know is holding you back. You have felt it in your spirit. You have sensed it in quiet moments. There are things, patterns, and attachments that cannot go with you into your next season. Letting go is not loss, it is preparation. You are not losing anything that is truly meant for you. What is meant for you will remain or return in a better form. But what is not meant for you will weigh you down if you continue to carry it. You must trust me enough to release it. This is where many hesitate. They want the new without letting go of the old. They want the breakthrough without the surrender. But it does not work that way. You cannot hold on to both and expect to move forward freely. There is a version of you that is waiting to emerge. A version that is more aligned, more confident, more at peace with where they are going. But that version requires you to make decisions that your current self has been avoiding. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Do not think you are incapable of becoming that person. You already carry the seeds of that version within you. Every time you felt the urge to grow, every time you felt the call to change, that was a glimpse of who you are meant to be. Now is the time to act on that. Not to think about it, not to delay it, but to act. Action is what brings transformation. Without action, even the strongest desire will fade. You have been waiting for the right moment, but the right moment is not something you find. It is something you create through your decision. This moment becomes right when you choose to respond. There are things you have told yourself that have kept you stuck. Thoughts like you are not ready, you are not good enough, or you need more time. But those thoughts are not truth, they are barriers. And they only have power if you continue to believe them. I am telling you now, you are ready for your next step. Not because you feel ready, but because I am calling you. My calling is your qualification. When I ask you to move, it means you have what you need to begin. You must stop measuring yourself by your past. Your past does not define your ability to move forward. It only becomes a limitation if you allow it to control your present decisions. This is your moment to break free from that, to step out of the patterns that have kept you stuck, to choose something different, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. There is power in your decision right now, more power than you realize. One decision can shift your direction. One step can open a door. One act of obedience can change everything. Do not underestimate what you are capable of when you align with me. You are not doing this alone. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and walking with you through every step. But I will not take the step for you. That part is yours. And it is important, because your step is what activates what I have already prepared. There is something waiting for you on the other side of your obedience that you have not yet experienced. It is not just a change in circumstances, it is a change in you. A deeper confidence, a stronger faith, a clearer sense of purpose. You have been searching for that feeling, that sense of direction. It comes when you move. It comes when you align. It comes when you respond. Do not wait for another moment like this. Do not assume it will come again in the same way. This is your opportunity, your invitation, your turning point. You have heard me. You have felt this. Now you must choose. Will you step forward, or will you stay where you are? Will you trust, or will you continue to doubt? Will you act, or will you delay? The answers to these questions will shape what comes next. I am not leaving you. I am not abandoning you. I am calling you. There is a shift happening not only around you but within you. It is subtle, but it is real. You are beginning to see things differently, to feel things more clearly, to recognize where you have been holding yourself back. That awareness is not random, it is part of your awakening. And awakening always comes before movement. Type 999 if you are ready for change. You have been asking me to change your situation, but now I am changing your perspective first. Because once your perspective shifts, your actions follow. And once your actions change, your circumstances begin to respond. You cannot expect a different outcome while holding on to the same mindset. You cannot step into a new season while thinking the same way you did in the last one. Transformation begins within you, and then it shows itself in your life. Type 1313 if you trust the process. You have spent so much time looking at what is not working that you have overlooked what is ready to begin. Your focus has been tied to your frustrations, your delays, your unanswered questions. But I am asking you now to shift your focus toward what is possible. Possibility is not something you wait for, it is something you step into. And stepping into it requires faith. Not perfect faith, but enough faith to take one step forward. There is something important you must realize. Your breakthrough is not just about what you receive, it is about what you release. You must release doubt, release fear, release the need to control every outcome. Only then can you fully receive what I have prepared. You have been holding tightly to your own understanding, trying to make everything make sense before you move. But understanding often follows obedience, not the other way around. When you obey, clarity begins to unfold. You are not being asked to walk blindly, you are being asked to walk by faith. And faith is not the absence of questions, it is the decision to trust even when you have them. There is something I want you to see clearly. The very thing you are afraid of is not as powerful as you think. It has been magnified in your mind, made to feel bigger than it truly is. But when you face it, when you step toward it, you will see that it does not have the power to stop you. You have been stronger than you give yourself credit for. You have already overcome things that once felt impossible. You have already grown through challenges that you thought would break you. That strength is still within you. Do not let this moment be defined by fear. Let it be defined by faith. Let it be the moment where you choose to believe that what I have for you is greater than what you are afraid of. There is something waiting for you that will confirm everything I have been speaking to you. But that confirmation will not come while you remain still. It will come as you move, as you act, as you step forward. You have been waiting for reassurance before you act, but reassurance is found in the movement. Each step you take will bring more clarity, more confidence, more peace. But you must begin. There is a part of you that is ready. You feel it. It is quiet, but it is steady. It is not loud like your fear, but it is consistent. That is your faith. That is the part of you that trusts me, even when you do not fully understand. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You must choose to listen to that part now, not the part that hesitates, not the part that doubts, but the part that believes. Because that is the part that will lead you into your breakthrough. You are not alone in this process. I am with you in every step. When you feel uncertain, I am your guidance. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel afraid, I am your peace. But I will not replace your decision. That is yours, and it is important. You have been given a moment of clarity, a moment of truth, a moment of choice. What you do with it will shape what comes next. Do not let this moment pass like others have. Do not return to distraction, to doubt, to delay. Hold on to what you feel right now and let it guide your next step. You are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe. You are closer to your breakthrough than you have allowed yourself to see. But now you must respond. This is not the time to step back. This is the time to step forward. This is not the time to question everything. This is the time to trust. This is not the time to delay. This is the time to act. I am calling you, not because you are perfect, but because you are ready. Ready to grow, ready to change, ready to step into something new. You have come this far, and now the weight of this moment is settling deeper into your spirit. It is no longer just something you hear, it is something you feel. That feeling is not there to confuse you, it is there to guide you. I am drawing your attention to what truly matters, because you have spent too long giving your focus to things that do not move your life forward. There is a truth you must face now, and you cannot avoid it any longer. The delay you have been experiencing is not because I have withheld anything from you. It is because you have hesitated at the very point where action was required. I have been faithful in guiding you, but you have been uncertain in following. Type 1414 if you are ready to stop delaying. This is not meant to discourage you. It is meant to bring clarity. Because once you understand where the delay has come from, you also understand where the breakthrough begins. It begins with your decision to respond differently from this moment forward. You have been waiting for everything to feel right before you move. But feelings are not always reliable guides. If you wait for complete comfort, you will remain in the same place. Growth rarely feels comfortable in the beginning, but it always leads to something greater. Type 1515 if you choose faith over fear. There is something I need you to see clearly. You have been standing at the edge of your next step, looking at it, thinking about it, but not taking it. That space between knowing and doing is where your breakthrough has been delayed. You already know what needs to be done, but you have not committed to it fully. You have allowed doubt to sit beside your faith. You have allowed fear to speak louder than my voice. But now, you must choose which one you will listen to. You cannot move forward while entertaining both. Your faith is not weak. It has simply been overshadowed by hesitation. But it is still there, ready to lead you if you allow it. When you choose to act on your faith, even in a small way, it begins to grow stronger. You are not being asked to do something beyond your ability. You are being asked to trust me with what is already within your reach. The step in front of you is not impossible. It only feels that way because you have not taken it yet. There is something powerful about movement. When you begin to move, things begin to shift. Doors that seemed closed start to open. Answers that felt hidden start to appear. But none of that happens while you remain still. You have been asking me to move in your life, but now I am asking you to move in response to me. This is a partnership. I do what you cannot do, but you must do what you can. Do not underestimate the importance of your action. It may seem small to you, but it carries great significance. One step can change direction. One decision can open a path that was not visible before. You must stop looking at the distance and start focusing on the step. The distance can feel overwhelming, but the step is manageable. And once you take one step, the next one becomes clearer. There is something waiting for you that you cannot experience from where you are. It requires you to move forward. It requires you to leave behind what has been comfortable but limiting. You have been holding on to control, trying to make everything predictable before you act. But control is not what will lead you forward. Trust is. When you trust me, you release the need to know everything. There is freedom in that trust. Freedom from overthinking, from constant doubt, from the pressure of trying to figure everything out on your own. When you trust me, you allow me to guide you step by step. You are not alone in this moment. I am with you, closer than you realize. I see your struggle, your hesitation, your desire to move, but your fear of doing so. And I am speaking to you now to remind you that you are capable. You have been through difficult seasons before, and you made it through. You have faced uncertainty before, and you found your way. This moment is no different. You have what it takes to move forward. Do not let this moment become another missed opportunity. Do not let hesitation take control again. You have the awareness now. You have the clarity. Now you must act.